I like to stress that Sarah is an investigative producer for ABC's Good Morning America. She always liked the challenging stories. Back in 2006, she was one of our top producers on the Carolina news team. She was always pushing our reporters to come in with good story ideas and to hit deadline. And if it didn't look like they were going to hit deadline, she pushed them a little harder. She was a dynamite producer, and she made my job so much easier. Right out of school, she did something most students are not able to do. She started out at the network level, working as an associate producer for NBC News. So very early in her career, she was involved working on some high-profile stories, such as the disappearance of Natalie Holloway, the Virginia Tech massacre, the death of Tim Russert, and she worked on presidential election coverage elements in 2008. In 2009, she worked briefly for Bloomberg News and PBS History Detectives, and later that year, she returned to NBC News and was promoted to full producer. She oversaw the development of a number of programs, including a few you might remember, The Secrets of Bin Laden's Lair, Pistorius on Trial, Nowhere to Run, and Skywire Live with Nick Wallenda. It was in 2014 that she changed networks and jumped to ABC News. A few weeks ago, I was talking with Dick Moore, a former broadcast professor here at USC. He was a news director at a station in Cleveland and came here in 2006. So his first semester here was Sarah's last semester here at USC working on the Carolina news team. We were talking about Sarah's outstanding work as a producer, and he wrote me something, and I asked if I could read it on his behalf. And he said he gave me permission to read this. He wrote, "Sarah made quite an impression on me. My mindset at the time was to apply the same kind of hiring criteria to evaluate our students that I was used to using in a real newsroom in Cleveland, which is why it was probably so intimidating to some. Sarah stood out to me because it was obvious that she had the one critical ingredient so important for any journalist. She had passion. She was a natural leader, a person who everyone else in her class could recognize as someone who got it. Of all the students I remember from any of our classes, she stands out as one of the absolute best." And coming from Dick Moore, trust me, it doesn't get any better than that. So as you heard, she's expecting a baby. She's home with her husband in New York, but her parents are here. And I was wondering if Jim and Nancy Gregory could come up here and we can get a picture together with this award. Okay, thank you.
Just a quick word. Nancy and I are so happy to be here and accept this on Sarah's behalf. The cat's out of the bag. Yes, she is due any minute, so she could not make it under doctor's orders. But thank you very much on her behalf.